Well, they say to know your title, and this one is called Entrepreneur in Distress. I don't know if I would call it that, but I have to preface this by saying these are my struggles as a Black female entrepreneur. I was on Fiverr. We're getting back on Fiverr because we can't get clients to trust us outside of having a organizational stamp, even though I have 5 years of experience. Organizational stamp meaning like Fiverr approved. I can't be trusted in any other way, and I have to be flawless. I'm in an industry where it's extremely fresh in that people don't know what's considered good service and what's considered bad service. Social media is very subjective because it's a creation. It's almost like people treat it like art anyways, and that they really want to hold my hand and tell me how to, you know what I mean? Versus when I work with clients who are trying to do exactly why you would get a social media manager, which is delegate, and they don't know how to delegate. I'm oftentimes the first person that they've ever hired, period, ever. They don't even know how to lead in the sense of clearly share their vision, understand how to communicate that vision clearly, and even in communicating that vision clearly, maybe sharing that information again, because the way they said it, I didn't pick up on it, from myself to my team member. And I know this because I've managed many account managers. At a point, our team was 13. We had a team of 13 account managers, 2 account supervisors. And I know when I have a good seed and a bad seed. Even those who I explain, I can say it, I can explain it in a way that makes sense to me. The information makes sense to me. Let's not even take it into work. It's for me when I was in high school and a captain of a dance team. For me then, I had to maybe explain this step. And mind you, I'm visually doing this step for them. You know what I mean? You're going to do X, Y, Z, and you're going to hit your turn like this. It's still showing them, especially if they're brand new, if the team member is brand new, if this vision for your business has been in your head, you have to at least have enough awareness to know that you might be saying something that is not being clearly understood to the other person. For example, when you go to a restaurant, the restaurant business has been, a thing for a long time. So people understand, like, obviously don't bring my food out cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you do, no, scratch that. If you do, because that can happen, because let's say you had a table of 6, right? They maybe have made yours first. Can you take it back and warm it up and heat it for me? Not, boom, I'm gonna flip this table over, give me my refund. Da, 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 da. Like, it gets ugly out here in these social media streets. The equivalent to the cold food, let's say, is, okay, CapCut. Let's say the wrong brand font. CapCut doesn't have the exact same fonts that CapCut has. So we use a sister font, a cousin font. You know what I mean? And like, being so stuck on the lens, mind you, as a social media marketing strategist, I am like, it matters because 80% of consumers listen to their content sometimes. They read their content sometimes. They don't have headphones in, right? So they still want to pick up what the person is saying, right? The font, while you want it to all be cohesive, doesn't have to be chef kiss the same across the board. This isn't. And that's the thing. Everybody wants to be like sacred Beyonce level, right? She has all the same. Like, and I'm so frustrated. Let me get back to the point. Because I've had people come to me elated, excited to work with me because I am a Black woman. And I didn't know then why it rubbed me the wrong way. Just because it was like, and these are Black people. I truly cannot stand it when I have it from a non-person of color. But I do. But I get it more from Black people trying to buy Black. And I appreciate that. But what is buying Black if you are not going to trust the Black person who is behind the service, behind the product? If you don't truly value it, I don't need you to give yourself a pat on the back through me. Just give yourself a pat on the back, girl. Go buy somebody's, I don't know. And then I try to be grateful Because that traffic that's brought me has taught me a lot. It's made me a better agency owner. It's made my agency better. We got systems on systems to be able to deliver, but then those systems aren't trusted either. People don't trust those systems and will try to change the way we do things to fit their mode. And it's like, but we have it this way for a reason. And then I'm like, okay, let's try to do it your way, client who's paying me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my bad for not respecting that boundary that's set in place and saying like, no, it's like this for a reason, which I did, but I should have stood on it 10 toes down. Okay, like I'm just trying to, and we're in the middle of days we're passing, we're trying to get the contract solidified and everything, and it came to the point to where like the day of the thing was happening and the contract needed to be signed that day. And so it was a lot of just back and forth on just the contract. So I'm like, I already know like we don't work out of the system. It doesn't work this way. We've just been doing it for 5 years, but yeah, sure, let's try your way. And I get that so many times, and I refuse, babe, because my little voice in my mind wants me to like spiral and cry, and I'm just not gonna do that because I'm gonna be on their necks. I'm gonna be on society's neck because I know that I'm gonna be protected. I am prepared, and I'm going to be taken care of while I build credibility, because apparently you need celebrity level credibility in order to be trusted. At least for me, in my perspective, when I say celebrity level, like I have to have way more followers than you for you to trust me, even though I've worked with accounts who've had plenty more followers than me and I've grown their accounts. People don't even understand and don't even listen when I say those followers, right? People have gotten new followers. You got a lot of followers right out of COVID, and then at the boom of social media, 2012, 2013, 14 even. People got a lot of followers then and are still using those followers as leverage. And some people are so blind to the fact that they haven't garnered any more followers. I know somebody, a friend from high school, who has 79,000 followers because he went viral post-COVID, like right after COVID, and he can't get a view to save his life. And then those are the shadow ban people. I don't know if he does that in particular, but those accounts like that happened, it's like they didn't know how to like hone in on the magic that was why they even got created. Sometimes it is just luck, but that luck can be used as leverage. And if we don't have that, all I'm about to do is post. I'm about to post my life away and take people on this meta journey, because I know that I can't be a successful social media agency, which this is just a stepping stone to the grand scheme that is my plan, my grand plan. I want to call it a scheme, but my grand plan, which is to be the greatest artist of my time. And I needed to understand marketing and get in income so that I could free up my time, which I have. And I got that. And then now it's just a matter of trust. And one thing that I just cannot stand, just not being trusted, as where people specifically several times have come to me and are like, I want to work with you because I see myself in you. I want to work with you because, and they will say, you are a Black woman. And if this goes to Fivers particularly, I get it all the time on there. And I'm like, I hope you can trust me. If you need time to trust me, cool. But I hope you can trust me. Even a client, after we were together for a whole year, y'all, we done delivered for this man time and time again. I wish I could show you his stats. Grew his page, helped his conversion for the content he was doing. He signed a contract that said, where we asked, like, it's an automatic payment. You know what I mean? You get charged on this day of the month regularly. You signed the paperwork. It's not my fault that you didn't read it. I assume when the contract is signed that you have read it. So is that not common knowledge? No? Okay, it is. Anyways, we ran an automatic payment because 6 months after he signed the contract, it was never in the account. We would send a payment reminder, hey, and we still, mind you, Black women issues. Hey, we'll keep your services going even though we really shouldn't. It should be cut out that day, right? We need your payment, blah, 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 right? And he would pay it days late, and that's fine. I mean, not anymore. I don't do that stuff no more. But then finally had money in the account for the automatic payment that he agreed to. And he goes, I understand you needed the money, but you don't have to just take money out of my account. Come again? No. And I cut him off right then and there because my energy, I had just had my baby. And I was just like, because he had given us issues before coming at us sideways, my all-female team, where like he's like whipped us straight. I've had clients bring me to tears. And the male clients in particular is straight up eye roll. Straight up eye roll. Quite a good amount of time because I'm constantly underestimated. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm in good spaces. Because I'm like, yeah, he had to go. He had to go. But then I heard a quote where it was like, revenue is for vanity and profits are for sanity. So, because he asked, he was like, oh, can I still, stay with you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, like, because this is like the 5th time that you've said something sideways that's just like really rude and disrespectful. And I was like, he was like, don't take it personal. It's just business. And I'm like, no, I am taking it personal because I bet you if this was another kind of business, you would not be acting like this. And so just because I'm so close to it. Now, as the CEO, as we start to scale and I'm just like face of the business, bringing leads in from different engagements and meetings, right? That's one thing. But like, just, I don't know. As an entrepreneur, like I know some of the greatest to do it would be like, oh no, you shouldn't have did that. You know what I mean? Like I get that. And I look back on that too, because I feel like it was, my ego was in it too. And I got tired of it. I'll do better. I definitely will. But it's just so crazy to me. Like, but I know I'm covered. I know I'm taken care of. That's for sure. And like I said, it's a season to get my credibility up for sure because like nobody believes me and I can show them better than I can tell them instead of trying to put all of my energy like I have been trying to go at everybody else's page. I'm going to take my knowledge, take what I know, take my resources, take my team, and we're going to grow the heck out of this page this summer. So get ready for it. Stay tuned and be sure to like and subscribe as this video is on YouTube. And yes, I am recording vertically because, yeah, why not? Like, this is just an easier repurpose for me and my team. So yeah, and I like vertical content. And I see my daughter watch vertical content on the TV all the time. So, and my sister too. So I'm like, it's consumable. That's the point. You're getting the information. You're getting the value. And for anybody who is also, whether you're a mom about to start a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a fellow agency owner, social media agency owner, either, toughen up, stay tuned, and let's keep a community really, because I know I'm not the only one that goes through this. I want to start to enlighten and share and just talk about it so that we can overcome it and find tricks to navigate it. Talk to each other and tell each other like, hey, like, don't drop that client, girl. Keep them, girl. Keep them. Or do drop that client because I'm going to refer you over here to XYZ, blah, 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 whatever. But I just think that we're stronger together. And just really excited. If you want more videos, be sure to tune into my Content Confidence Weekly Live. I'm going to link the playlist, but be sure to check that out because there's a lot of strategies, a lot of gems there that I'm going to be implementing in my business, especially over the summer. You're going to see it a lot, and you'll be able to connect the dots and it'll make sense. And then you can even join into Content Confidence Weekly Live yourself and ask questions because like I said, I'm trying to build that community. So, yes, that's all I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Peace.